Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Hey everyone, I'm in my Dacia Spring and today we are talking about the rising cost of oil and the Straits of Hormuz and how it's going to affect everything in the Western world. Well, most of the Western world, as I drive my Dacia Spring electric EV car. So, firstly I'm going to please excuse me, I do have a bit of a sniff. But I do want to get this Tuesday edition out. I do want to get it out. It's currently the Saturday before the Tuesday that it comes out. It's the Sunday before the Tuesday that it comes out. And I need to get this done. I've had a great conversation with someone today about the Israel and US war against Iran and the tactics that they will use and the mindset of the people over in Iran, using the word inshallah. Now, when we used to live in Qatar, inshallah was always said. Every sentence, it always finished with inshallah. And that means, in Arabic, that means by the will of God, or something to that effect. And I always discuss this with the guys, and ultimately, everything is by the will of God, and that's okay. I'm not disputing that. Not disputing that at all. Just making sure everything's connected right. Let's turn that warning off. And one of the challenges is that when you live by that mindset, and I'm talking about Iran, then you will always do what you believe is the will of God. Whenever I cough, I will reduce the volume, okay? I do have a bit of a terrible cold. And we were discussing this and how America and Israel have gone in and probably not realised the mindset of the people and the fact that the Iranian people, that's a blast to the past, Iraqi. The Iranian people have not performed an uprising for democracy as America and Israel thought would happen. A new Ayatollah is in place, the son of Ayatollah Khomeini. Ayatollah Khomeini's obviously died, and his son, which I believe is injured badly, but regardless, he's now in charge. So the regime of Iran continues. It absolutely continues, and ultimately, Iran has a massive border, and the Straits of Hormuz is under control by those people. And that's why we've got ships that are not moving, and that's why we've got rising prices in oil, and that's why this is just the start of the rising prices in oil. I don't want to get too political, but I think we need to understand what's going to happen next. So currently, we're at the precipice in the UK of a cost of living crisis, which the government don't seem to be addressing. Okay, we agree on that. Prices are still going up, and they will continue to rise now, with petrol prices going up again because of rising prices of oil. Everything goes around oil. Let's face it. Oh dear. Here we go. Let this truck through. There we go. In the country lanes of Staffordshire. And let's give these boys a beep on the bike. Nah, they're all right. They know what they're doing. So, what we were saying. So the price of oil is going up. What happens when it gets to £2 for a litre of oil in the UK? What happens if it goes up to £3 a litre? I think the country is already at a precipice where there's a lot of angry people for whatever reason, generally speaking. It could be cultural, it could be due to the cost of living, the rise in the cost of living, and continuing rise now that we've got an oil crisis ahead of us, of which I don't see an end to. I don't see much of an end to this. Whilst we've got Donald Trump, all respect to Donald Trump, saying that it's under control and it's coming to an end, I don't think that's the case. I cannot see anything from the people that I know in Dubai and the people that I know in Qatar saying that everything's fine. That's not the case. They're sat outside and hearing continuous anti-missile bangs and explosions continuing to happen. It's not a case where everything's stopped. Now, I'm not fear-mongering here. I'm trying to look at this practically. What happens if it goes to £3 a litre for petrol? And even more so for diesel. All the food will go up. Everything will go up. Your electricity bill at home and gas bill at home will go up as we run out of our capabilities within the UK. What do you think? It got to such a situation in this conversation that the guy I was talking to, who's very experienced in economics, he said, if I was you, I would be maxing out my Visa cards because in a very near future, there's a really good chance that the systems won't exist for them to reclaim the money or that the money's worthless. What do you think to that? That was a bizarre statement. But and it's an interesting way of looking at it. You know, a massive thing is coming up. So why not max out your credit cards? I didn't think about it that way because it's never going to be recovered. Everything's going to go up in price. People are going to be losing their jobs. It's going to go absolutely crazy in the UK and other Western countries. And basically said there's going to be riots in the street. And we're already at a precipice where there's riots in the street. All you got to do is look at London, where there's all the marches going off. And the police can't handle it. Or the police don't want to handle it. What do you think? You tell me. Do you think we're at a precipice in time where this issue with Iran will be a major catalyst to taking our society to the next phase? Is it going to be a case where, and I was watching the Bingley Wheeler this morning, and he produced a video where he was talking about petrol rising up to £3 or £4 a litre, and he wouldn't be able to show any content on his motorbike because he wouldn't be able to afford to take his motorbike out. As you know, I do motorbikes. Do subscribe. Please subscribe. If you're not subscribed and you're watching the channel, I'm asking you, I'm begging you to subscribe and give the video a like if it means something to you, and share it on. Share it on. But anyway, yeah, the Bingley Wheeler brought this up this morning, and this conversation that I had with this colleague of mine who's well upon economics. You know, he said we're at the precipice of street fighting, and that sounds terrible, doesn't it? What do you think to this? You tell me. Are we really there? Is it going to be a case where it's £2 a litre soon enough for petrol? Does that mean a loaf of bread is going to rise from £1 to £3 when diesel gets so expensive and the trucks have to deliver the food? Someone has to pay for it, and it's always the end consumer. I'm just curious to what you think. Are we at that precipice? And if that's the case, and electricity goes up so much at home for your standard unit, maybe I won't be able to afford to charge the electric car that I pay £190 a month for. What about that? Is that where we're going? Or do you think Trump's going to close this war down very quickly? Because I don't get that feeling. I don't get the feeling that Iran's changed its shape from 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think it's exactly the same as it was, except now it's in a war. Just saying. I'm just saying. You tell me what you think. Is it good? Is it bad? Where are we going with this? Where are we going? It looks like everything's going to go up in price, and I can't see anything happening that's positive. And I'm not saying that Donald Trump shouldn't have invaded Iran. I'm not saying that. Should Iran have nuclear capability? I've got my thoughts. You've got your thoughts. I know what I think, and you probably think the same. You tell me. Absolutely unbelievable. So the point is, are we going to get to a point where electricity and gas in the home are so expensive that people just cannot afford anything? And we're talking middle class people. We're not talking the people that can't afford it today. We're talking about rising up into the middle class that can afford it just, and will no longer be able to afford to heat the home. The only godsend is it's coming up into spring and then summer in the UK. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Bit of a controversial subject, something quite different. I don't want it to be political, but I'd like to know what your thoughts are. Are we going into a state of riot? Are we on that precipice? Drive safely, ride safely, and I shall see you soon. Thank you for watching. Do remember to subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Bye-bye.